Wow. Just wow. What I just have no words to describe this beautiful darshan. All of us were just blessed it, showered it. What a grace. What a grace. And what an auspicious darshan. All of us were just now blessed, showered with. Literally, Bhagavan Venkateshwara came physically, landed, showered all of us with his grace. Right now, whatever karmas of yours, understand, whatever karmas you have in this space that you are in, just offer, do it as an Niluvutopudi offering. Please spread a cloth, a white cloth in front of you. And if you have Swamiji's Atmamurti, keep it in front of Swamiji's Atmamurti and just remove these jewels, whichever jewels you want to offer. Do the Nirvutopadi of, just offer that. And literally, Niluvutopadi, Paramashiva's Venkateshwara, Parandhama has come to snatch away all the karmas, everything that you have. Understand? All your infinite desires, physical ailments, suffering, conflicts within family, friends, other great difficulties in life, your shortcomings, negative patterns, all of it only he snatches away. See, what will Venkateshwara take from us? He tells very beautifully in Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, after giving all the, Vishwarupa Darshan, everything he gives. And finally he tells to Arjuna, Sarva dharman parityajya mameka sharanam raja, aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami masachaha. Krishna doesn't ask Arjuna to, sacrifice all his power, his wealth. No. He says, you sacrifice all your right, wrong, incompletions, everything. Leave all that to me. You are mine. I will liberate you from all your sins, all your papas. He says so beautifully. I have taught you, see, he says 18 chapters. So Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna gives to Arjuna. After giving everything, he says, hey, I'll tell you the ultimate secret. Just surrender. Forget everything I've taught you till now. Just surrender. Surrender to me. Sarva dharman parityajya mameka sharanam braja aham tvam sarva papebhyo moksheshyami masachaha. He says, I will liberate you from all your karmas. Whatever sins you're having, whatever karmas you are having, I will liberate you from that. Literally, Venkateshwara is going to steal away, just rob away all the karmas of yours. Whatever you have, whatever you want to offer, this is the moment just for you. Bhagavan Venkateshwara Srinivasa just landed and showered you with his blessings. From this moment onwards, you will see how auspiciousness and abundance will be showered, showered, and showered in all aspects of your life. Whoever wants to do this tyaga of everything that you are having, doing a Niluvutopadi, whatever you want to offer, you can do it right now. Ma Sharigya was posting saying that she did it. Wonderful, Ma. Amazing. Whoever wants to offer right now is the time in this deep feeling connection that you are in. After such a powerful darshan, take a moment, offer what you have, whatever you want from the space of that abundance. Offer it right now to Bhagavan Venkateshwara. And he will snatch away your karmas, your incompletions, and he will shower you with himself. Malita Vincent is saying she also has offered. Wonderful. Wow. All of you take a moment and please fill up the form. Go to ecitizen.info/NT. Just NT and go to that link, ecitizen.info/NT, and you can fill up there what you want to offer. Just whatever you have. It can be your jewels, it can be anything, any precious metal that you want to offer. Put it first, you should be wearing it, and then just declare you are just offering yourself to Bhagavan Venkateshwara Srinivasa, who has landed here just for you today. He has showered you today. And right now, whoever is offering this, you will have a powerful breakthrough, especially in the wealth aspect. Just offer it right now. Spread a white cloth and offer that whatever you want to do, Nilu Topudi of, offer it there. Swamiji himself will shower you with auspiciousness. After you offer, tie that cloth, make it into a bundle and tie it, and keep it in front of Bhagavan Venkateshwara. If you have Swamiji's deity as Bhagavan Venkateshwara, keep it. If not, you can just keep it in front of Swamiji's Atmamurti, and we will contact you. Just give the, you can just fill up the form, give your details. We will contact you and we will guide you with the further steps. What a powerful darshan. How was the darshan for all of you today? And how many of you here want to offer this Niluvu Thopudi offering? I request all of you to share, understand today all the things. You cannot offer, you can never give anything to him. He can never take anything away from you other than your karmas, other than your incompletion and suffering. Do the tyaga of that. Let him snatch away all of that from you so that you can be showered with auspiciousness. Anyone who takes that step today, you will see today, that too on this auspicious day of the Surya Grahana and on the day of Yugadi, if you start your life with this declaration, just offering to Bhagavan Venkateshwara, you will see how he will take away that from you, showering you with more and more abundance and prosperity. Now, once all of you take, we have projected the link for you all. You all can head to that link and make sure that you are offering that. And now, right after this darshan, we are all going to be manifesting the powers. Please understand, today, through this darshan, through the initiation that we are receiving, anything you want to declare, anything you want to manifest as reality, just sit right now. Your whole inner space, it starts with 2 initiations, 2 darshans. Literally, all of us have been like showered too much today. You just sit right now, you can manifest a breakthrough. Anything you want to increase your bank balance, you want to increase the stock investment, you want to increase that, you want to make your entire, the stock trades go up. Whatever you want to increase, anything you want to increase in terms of wealth, just pick one. Anything you want to make your stock market go, the stock shares go up, or you want to make the wealth increase in your bank account, you want to increase your salary, you want to increase your height, you want to increase the weight of an object, pick anything you want. Just sit right now. All of you will see how the whole power manifestation will happen for all of you. That breakthrough will happen right now in this very moment. Pick anything you want. You want to increase the, you want to increase the stock trade. You want to increase the, anything that you want to increase. Just pick, connect to Swamiji. I request every one of you to do this right now. Take one object that resembles wealth to you. Any one object that signifies wealth to you. And just declare, manifest that space of oneness and say, hey, Paramashiva, Paramapada, Parandhama, you have manifested for me today. With that space inside of you, declare to manifest the power. Can I request every one of you to post one object that you want to increase the height of? Any one aspect. Take anything. See, we recommend that you take something that represents wealth to you, so that when you manifest with it, you will have that whole completion happen inside of you. So we suggest that you take any object. It could be a ruler, it could be a ring, it could be a bangle, it could be a coin, something that will signify wealth. See, the reason is nothing but when you manifest with it, you will be so complete. You will start knowing that, hey, whenever I want, I can increase its height. Whenever I want, I can increase the weight of it. That means whenever I want, I can also increase the, I can also make my wealth go up. You will start playing with it. The kind of power that the money has over you will start reducing. The power you have over money will start increasing. You will start experiencing that breakthrough where you will feel wealth is just another object that you can use to achieve the purpose of your life. So this will empower you so much, especially the participants. Whoever, Masusi Salad was asking, can we give an antique gold jewelry? Yes. If it anything that belongs to you, you can do that Niluvu Thopudi of it. It is literally Parandama, Venkateshwara, just snatching away your karmas from you. Such a powerful offering it is. Do it right now. But it's too important to do it now. Whatever you want to offer, you can offer it up. Marching ho, you want to offer your stock to Swamiji. So I'm not sure. Oh, sorry, it's for the power manifestation you're asking. Yes, for the power manifestation, you can increase, ma. For the power manifestation, you all have posted. That is good. Ma Nyaneshananda, yes, you can do it. Vesantakiste, you're asking, is it for power manifestation? For power manifestation, it doesn't have to be only gold. You can take anything you want. See, you're only going to keep it. So anything that represents wealth for you, you can take it. Anything that represents wealth, you can take it. Please start. Keep that object in front of you. Measure its current height and you're going to start increasing it. Chant the Mahavakya.
Ananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Mahamahavaagya, spiritual lullaby for samadhi, and Suprabhatam, wake up call, wake up song for Paramashiva. This Mahamahavaagya is spiritual lullaby for you to fall into samadhi. Suprabhatam, wake up song for Paramashiva to wake up in you. Just remember this one powerful cognition. This Mahamahavaagya puts me in samadhi. This is spiritual lullaby for samadhi, and Suprabhatam, wake up song for Paramashiva in me, for Paramashiva to manifest. With this one spiritual powerful cognition, chant this Mahamahavaagya Mahamahavagya, spiritual lullaby for Samadhi. And Suprabhatam, wake up call, wake up song for Paramashiva. For Paramashiva to manifest. With this one spiritual powerful cognition, chant this Mahamahavagya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
I request all the participants to please relax. Hope all of you have manifested. Please take a few minutes and share. Whoever has manifested, understand when you start playing with this power, and if you are able to increase your ability, the kind of power that you have, you let the wealth aspect of your life take over you, will just drastically drop. And actually, you will see it will just lead you to a beautiful breakthrough where you will just know when you declare and you say, yes, I am going to manifest it, it will start manifesting for you. And it will lead you to an amazing breakthrough. So please do let us know. And now, today we've been having a lot of people from different parts of the world come and share with us their journey, how they have experienced Paramashivoham. We've been receiving the glimpses of Paramashivoham program. Right now, joining with us, we have the KAILASA New Zealand Sangha that has come together to share with all of us about their journey of Paramashivoham. What was their life? What did they experience after Paramashivoham? Why is it important for someone to take Paramashivoham? And we are going to be having a unique take, a unique perspective on it from the team, KAILASA New Zealand team that has joined with us. So, Nithyanandam to all the participants that are here sitting with us, Nithyanandam. And to begin with, we would like to introduce to all of you the Mahant, the House of Representative of Kailasa, New Zealand. We have Ma Ananda Kaladevi with us, Nithyananda Ma. And I think you've been connected to Swamiji for a long time. And you have from Hollywood to coming to Hinduism, that journey has been something I would say of a 360-degree change, a complete change. And how was this journey for you? Can you share with us? Could you tell a little bit about yourself, and if you could just introduce to all of them from being in Hollywood to becoming a Hindu, experiencing Hinduism, and to see you now wearing Rudraksha saris with Basma and sitting. So, how was your experience and how was the journey?
Yes, thank you, Ma. Yes, and I still am in Hollywood, so I want to just say that. So, and I think I can say, well, I met Swamiji in 2007, so I can say with extreme confidence that meeting Swami is the reason why I work so much. There's no doubt, because often I've heard the director would send a note, an email to me saying, "I can't do this movie without you." Why is he saying that? It's not because I'm the best makeup artist that there is in Hollywood. No, there's many talented people out there. It's because I bring with me the energy of Swamiji. I bring with me completion. I bring the silence, the restful awareness that is so needed in the film business, because you have people that are so stressed. You know, there's so much money involved in making a film, and everyone gets very nervous because if you don't do something well enough, the next day they're not there. Someone has replaced them. So to have someone around that is conflict-free, that is radiating Swamiji's energy, life positive, and doesn't take up space in the room, if you know what I mean, in a relaxed way. This is the key to my success. I have no question about it. So, and it's not like two worlds either, because everything that we learn, everything we experience, every initiation, every powerful cognition that comes from Swamiji through Paramashivoham level 1, 2, and 3, it's within you. And then when you go to life, through life, whatever you're doing, it's part of you. You're infused with this consciousness. I tell people, you know, we look after our body, you know, we eat the right foods. Paramashivoham is like taking vitamins for your being, for your consciousness. And we're the blessed ones. We are the blessed ones that could go online any day we're not working and spend the whole day with Swamiji, listening, receiving his initiations. And so we really, truly are the blessed ones. So yes, I met Swamiji in 2007. I've been a seeker from before that, and I traveled all over looking for a guru. I went to even Las Vegas, Japan. I had heard of someone in Japan. I flew to Japan. Ecuador. I'd heard that there was someone, an enlightened being in Ecuador, but none of them were. I was looking for a being that was not human. I was really looking for God in human form. And so, and what happened, because people knew I was a seeker. I had done a movie in Vancouver, and I had met an energy healer there. And we kept in contact for a couple of years. This is 20 years ago. But then one day, and I hadn't really been in contact with her for several years, she just sent me an email. And she said, there was an enlightened yogi. He came to Vancouver. The room was packed. I was in the back of the room, and I have been crying from bliss for 2 weeks ever since. You must meet him. His name is Nithyananda. And that was it. I Googled Nithyananda. At that time, there were only 50 videos that Swamiji has made. Now there's thousands. I watched every video within 24 hours. My daughter was 4, turning 5. And I didn't even stop what I was doing. I just had her sit next to me, gave her fruit and yogurt because I didn't even want to cook. I watched every single video. And the last video, Swamiji said, if you think you're experiencing me through watching me, you must really experiencing me by being in my presence. And so actually, when I heard that, I cried because I thought I was experiencing everything. And I thought, oh my goodness, I have to go. I have to go to see him. And actually, the most amazing thing is we manifested with his grace 2 round-trip first-class tickets within, I think it was 2 days, maybe even before 2 days, 1.5 days. And we both went to see Swamiji, and that was just the beginning. After that, well, I stayed a while, and then I knew I had to bring Swamiji's teachings, Swami, here to New Zealand. We didn't have not even a monk that lived in New Zealand. And so from there, just the next time I went to India, which wasn't too far off, like a few months, one of the Swamis very close to Swamiji said, would you like me to come to New Zealand? I said, oh my goodness, yes. And he came and brought Swamiji's teachings, and that's how our Sangha started. And so, yeah, and I do want to share about Paramashivoham Level 1, something really extraordinary. How Swamiji holds us in his womb, how he looks after all of us. It was during the lockdown, and it was, of course, very difficult for everyone all over the world. But during the lockdown, there's an actress that I work with, and I can mention her name because she was very visible on Paramashivoham Level 1. And Swamiji talked to her and showed her pictures, so I can mention her name. It was an actress that I work with, Susan Sarandon. Now, please understand, these actors, they are very busy people. They are producing, they are writing, they are acting, and they're going to this event, receiving that award. If you look at her calendar, it's filled up for 8 months. Like every minute of the day, she's going somewhere or another. So when the lockdown was happening, I thought, oh my God, how is she going to handle this? Oh, she can't see her family. And when I was talking with her, she was beside herself. And it was at that time PSM1 was happening. I said, Susan, you must take this with me. And she did. And I can tell you that PSM1 saved her. She was on it. We'd text each other early in the morning, waking each other up. And she was on it all day, every day, for 21 days. She even managed, you had to have Swamiji's mutti made. And of course, nobody could go out or go in, but she managed to have it done. I think it was at Staples or somewhere, and they delivered it to her. So she even had Swamiji's mutti. And Swamiji, at the end, gave her special blessings and said, Susan, so sincerely you took this program. And he said the most beautiful things to her. And she literally, not only did she gain consciousness and all these powerful cognitions, I thought to myself, what is this lockdown just done for her? Like, was it? And since then, I can see how brave and courageous she's been in her life and in her choices in films. So Swamiji looks after all of us, every single one of us, and how he managed to keep us protected during that time when other people were worrying about what's going on, when am I going to get my next job, or I can't do this, I can't do that. We were all focused on being infused with consciousness, powerful cognitions, all these beautiful initiations, and we were all together as a family online. And so, and still it continues, and still Swamiji's always there for us. For me, I've done so many programs with Swamiji. I've been to the Himalayas with Swamiji 2 times. I have spent 3 months, Nithyananda, everything, every opportunity. Even, I mentioned this before, in all my 26 years of working in the film business, I never missed one day from being sick, never one day. However, one time I was working on a TV series, it was going on for a long time in New York, like it was 4 months long. And right in the third part, like the third quarter, I see it in a text. Swamiji's calling all of his acharyas, all of his disciples. He's calling to India. I looked at that, thought, oh my gosh, I have to go. With that feeling, I have to go. Imagine, I never missed a day of work, and I'm in charge of the actresses. You know, actresses get very temperamental about who touches their faces and does their makeup. And with that intensity and that sankalpa, like I had to go, I went to the director and I said, Zal, listen, I just got this text from my guru. I have to go to India. I have to leave. He'll to me, when? I said, soon, like the next day or two. And he said, okay, just promise me you'll come
Wow.
back. Promise me you'll come back.
Wow.
I said, yes. Can you believe? So that's just, with that same Sankalpa, I want to say to everyone that's listening, decide to do PSM1. You just have to decide and understand how the transformation, what transformation is going to happen for you in your life in every level. And with that, you'll be able to do the 21 days. Yeah.
Thank you, Ma. That is really so beautiful. I know, like you have shared earlier also, I've listened from you, your powerful, wonderful experiences even earlier. What a very, like, in every step of the way, how Swamiji has been there for you, how continuously Swamiji pulls you, and like the sweet way Swamiji manifests for you. It's just so sweet. I love listening to your experiences each time, the way how the miracles manifest. And yes, so beautifully you shared about why people need to attend the Paramashivoham program and how it's just a decision and simply they can attend it. Simply it can happen for them. Thank you. Thank you so much for that beautiful sharing. No? And joining with us, we also have Thomas Iyer, who also has a very
Nithyananda.
powerful, beautiful experience. Yes, Nithyananda Maya. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you very much. Life is very, very different because I have met Swamiji. Uh, tremendously different. And as you heard from Makala Devi, when you're in Sangha in New Zealand, you will hear about Paramashivoham and you will be encouraged to join Paramashivoham Level 1. I have a very busy life. I run businesses, I have contracts. So to pull out to 21 days was quite a difficult thing, but there is I experienced a real compassion being involved in Paramashivoham Level 1, an encouragement to join and to learn and to, that was described, the second session I had with Paramashivam, putting the ocean in a bottle. Yeah, but it does feel like that sometimes. But I've had incredible experiences, just incredible experiences. So I learned about bliss. I might go back a little, one step here and talk about first being introduced to concepts under just meditation. That's where it started. When I first went to meditation, I was confronted with the fact that I haven't been still for years. I hadn't taken time out for years. And I experienced that in meditation and went, wow, what's going on here? And the next one was yoga. Starting to do yoga every day. And this is Swamiji's yoga. So it's different. There's a lot of yoga out there, but this one was different. It had so many layers. There's the pranayamas, there's the third eye, there's the visualizations, there's the introduction to the deities. It started changing my life, not least of which I lost a huge amount of weight. But there was a side advantage, but it started changing my thinking. I met Swamiji when I was invited to Makara Devi's place for a celebration. And there were two things that I met that day. The first was Swamiji, The second was Sangha. Everyone there was just so kind to each other. They were enjoying each other's company. When Swamiji was coming on for darshan, someone was so excited they were bouncing up and down, and I thought, wow, what joy, what unbridled joy. And I loved seeing it. It was a really lovely thing to see. And when I met Swamiji, I was introduced to two things. First one, he came here for our sakes, and that he is here for us. And I got that, the radiant compassion, care, concern. It was palpable. It was right there. And the second was KAILASA. He talked about KAILASA. And
So
I went,
beautiful. Actually,
whoa.
I just wanted to highlight as you were sharing, one of the most beautiful things that you said was one with Swamiji, like the transformation and the shift that you had, and how the ecosystem supported you for that. And that is like, that's a very, very important aspect with Swamiji, right? Like the whole ecosystem kind of holds that whole energy, excitement in you. And that acts like a catalyst for you to receive more and more and more and more. That sheer support, and that's why Swamiji says always that he is not just a 6 foot form. He lives through his ecosystem. He supports you through his ecosystem. He provides you that space so that you can discover yourself more and more. And the ecosystem is simply an extension of Swamiji. No matter where we are, no matter whether you are in Bidadi, in Swamiji's physical presence, you've been there, or whether you are somewhere in some part, but the ecosystem is amazing. That ecosystem kind of like acts like a catalyst for you to receive the experience more and more deeper. That's something you highlighted very beautifully. So all to all the viewers also, I'd like to share that. That is why it is very different with you just sitting and watching the satsangs by yourself and you attending the Paramashivoham, because the group energy, right? That is just
Yes,
phenomenal.
yes.
So
It's enriching, is what it is. It's just enriching, and more and more and more. I remember saying to Sangu early on, how much bliss, I'm pretty blissful now. How much more bliss do we want? And then I got an answer with an infusion of bliss and went, oh, there's so much more. There were two experiences I'll refer to in Paramashivoham Level-1 that were life-changing for me. One was I had joined the program late in the program, and I didn't know what power manifestation was, and I needed an introduction to power manifestation. And one of you scanned me. You do not know anything about me, and I've never met you, and you told me everything about my life, the whole kit and caboodle, the whole thing. You told me about my life, and I was going, whoa, okay. And I could see that you were connecting with Swamiji, and I understood what was going on just by that experience. It really was quite stunning. The second was I worked round the clock, so I was getting barely an hour's sleep a day. So I just felt so very tired, and I thought, okay, I need sleep. So in the middle of the day, I left Paramashivoham Level-1 and I went for a sleep. I woke up a few hours later. I was vegetarian. I, I just woke up and said, oh, vegetarian now. And that's my life. That is as I am. That was a complete shift in my thinking. It wasn't difficult. It wasn't a challenge. It was just, oh, I am now vegetarian. And I put that down solely to doing Paramashivoham. The final one was when you're doing yoga. I started out with yoga, just doing the yoga, but then after I'd done Paramashivoham, I had some difficulty with asanas, and I had Swamiji attend me. I knew that Swamiji was talking to me, that he was encouraging me to move slightly this way and do that, because I felt the compassion. That's what I felt. The kindness and the gentleness with which he encouraged me to do more, try harder, be more intense. And that's how my life has changed. It has changed completely. The authenticity, intensity that's required, the responsibility that I take for my own life and everything that's around me, and to be purposeful in enriching others, and we can do that through Sangha. Sangha is just marvelous. It's another level. So much love and compassion, all guided by, Swamiji. You get Sangha and Darshan and all these concepts. And I've got his enlightenment book on my front desktop, and I'm opening it up every day and looking at what powerful cognitions he wants me to have today. It's a complete change, It's a life so full of bliss and purpose and so the flag for the celebrations just the other day. And I haven't been sewing for years. But I did. And here it is. It was just, yeah.
Sorry, you had also shared about how the vision of Kailasa also inspired you. I think you were also sharing that.
That's impressive. I mean, the world is in such a chaotic state at the moment. The Kailasa message of hope, enlightenment, bliss is needed. It is a beautiful and powerful vision of counterpoint to the struggles the world is facing at the moment. I think it is so very, very important to build Kailasa, to build Sangha, to build temples, to have the ecosystem repeated in as many places as we can. We want to meet dignitaries. We want to tell people of note that this is what will help our whole community. There is healing here. There is well-being. There is enlightenment. There is enrichment here. Please support us, because this Kailasa is what the world needs right now. No two ways about it. When I saw met Swamiji for the first time and he spoke about that, it caught here. So I'm not looking away from that. That is a life's purpose, and it is for the whole world. It is a spectacular vision, truly spectacular.
Absolutely. I remember actually that scanning. That was like the first time. I think it was on the day one, and that time Swamiji had phoned to me in the third eye, and then you had joined the live itself, and you had told how you were able to relate with that, and it's so really nice to see the transformation that Swamiji has blessed you with, and how phenomenal. I'm so happy to see you right now. And you look a lot more healthier too for me. Like when I see you, you look so much more blissful.
I am. People keep telling
so
me I'm
nice.
younger.
Oh, that's nice. Actually,
people keep telling me I look younger.
Even when you share, you're so fresh, you're so alive. Like it's so much from the soul, like it's from your very being. And when you were sharing, it reminded me of an incident where we had one of the top most important CEOs of a very important company, like one of the Fortune 500 companies in India. He had actually come to visit the ashram in Bidadi in Bangalore, right? So I remember I was about like 13 or 14 years old back then. And so that person had come with his children, his sons, and he had come as a family, and they are one of the wealthiest families, and like they're very affluent. So when they had come, I remember they saw all of us Gurukul kids. So in Gurukul, you don't have these grades, secondary, primary difference and all that. Like all kids are like together and we're all like in one. So you will see that an 18-year-old kid or a 20-year-old kid will be very close with a 7 or 8-year-old kid. So we do not have that kind of, our group or no sort of things like that. That typically happens in a school. And I remember that this person who had come to meet us, they saw us and they heard us for almost like 1 hour or two. They watched everything. And the first thing they said was, they said they were so surprised to see that 18-year-olds and 20-year-olds can smile and be so happy in one place. And they said, even more than power manifestation, even more than anything, the thing that surprised them the most was, how can kids not be so restless and how are they so happy? They don't have social media. They're not like so educated. And how are they able to be so happy? And he said that just for that one reason, he felt like this place is the most happiest place on planet Earth. Why I'm sharing this is because when you were saying about that ecosystem, and when you were saying like how you felt people were genuinely nice to each other, people were genuinely kind to each other. It
Yes.
just reminded me of that.
Yes.
It's the principles that Swamiji teaches, right? Yeah, it molds us from our inner space to be that way. I've never heard in Gurukul, in the ecosystem that Swamiji provides, I've never heard of, having gangs or groups or bullying. That concept never existed. We really, we have fun, and it is like so genuine. The cat or the ecosystem, it's just so genuine. And not
Yeah.
just that, it's
Yeah.
like it's like a big family, right? Like you experience such a
It is.
huge, and we have people from literally every corner of the world, like really, like right now. We have people sitting from Fiji, Australia, New Zealand, all of you joining here. And we have people from the US, Canada, India, Malaysia, Singapore, name any continent, any country, literally we have people that join here. And it feels like a humongous family. That's one. It's just
Yep.
everybody, of course, Swamiji, and all of us experience that. It's like the true bliss you experience. And as you said, this vision, and it's not just the vision. See, when I actually, like, because I grew up in Gurukul, I have only seen Swamiji, like, it will be like the work Swamiji does speaks for itself. Like, anytime Swamiji gives a vision, it's not a vision for some future. It is like a vision, and immediately the work would start for it. So that is something,
Yeah.
that's how I have seen growing up in Gurukul. So for me, when I was actually seeing other places where they discuss for like something in a very, like I've seen many people tell different things, but in action, it will be very different. So I understood, like, oh my God, Swamiji is just phenomenal. No matter what attacks happen, no matter what kind of things happen, Swamiji is one, is unshakable. And second, he just goes on contributing, like just so much, which is something like
Yes.
unimaginable. Like he really does the work.
Yes.
He really does it.
Yes. Man, we're challenged to do that right now, to cause and to work hard and to find those things that need to get done, and being pressed to get them done, and being held to account and being responsible. And that is a new level of living. That is a pressed level of living. But people are pushed away from that. They try to relax and they try to be, be comfortable. But in point of fact, there is more life. There is greater life, and being pushed towards a goal, being pressed to go and do more and be more. The whole concept of I am Paramashiva, you are Paramashiva, we are all Paramashiva. It means that has all got to happen. There's conversations in our Sangha about that. Do we do this or do we do that? No, Swamiji tells us to do it all. Do the whole lot. Grab it all. And when you're pressed like that, it's challenging but incredibly enlivening. It is a new level of life. It is a new level of life. And unless you press through it, you can walk away from it. You can say no, but if you press through, life and life and life and life and life and more life, that's what happens. And bliss,
So beautiful.
I mean, I've told friends, I have learned how to live happy, but I call it to them happy, but I know it's bliss. I have
Absolutely.
been shown how to live with bliss.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming and sharing. Your sharing is just so amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I mean, each of you talk from the depths of your heart, and it's just so touching to hear it. And it's very, very beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ayya. Thomas Ayya. Thank you so much. Nithyananda. And actually, to all the viewers, isn't it beautiful? How are you all enjoying it? From morning, we've been hearing people from so many different walks of life who are coming here to share their journey with us, how they have experienced this, how they were able to experience the transformation, be it in wealth, health, relationships, or simply just the superconscious transformation in them. And even to hear it only adds more and more energy and joy to me every time I hear people share. And now we have Ma Barbara joining us from New Zealand. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda. Yeah,
Nithya, how are
I'm
you?
Bob Rock. I'm good, very good. In New Zealand, I've been with
You.
Swamiji like when I guess when when the Acharya first arrived, one of the sannyasis first arrived, held a weekend program. I've been with Swamiji since then, so that's maybe 16 years now. It's so many tales to tell. I just thought I'd do the one in particular. I was coming to my Kaladivi's house and enjoying the space, enjoying the programs, the meditations, whatever was happening, and it's beautifully located at the edge of the lake, and for some reason I'd always had this view of that'd be a dream place to live next to water, but how would that happen for me? For me, yeah, it's a dream. And now I'm living next to water. I'm living just down the road a little bit in a place that was actually on the market for about a year and nobody saw it, nobody took it. And then finally Swamiji was like, made it happen so that I got the property and the house. And now I'm not only living in my dream house, I'm really close to the action. When we get together, it's like I just walk down the road. It's I feel so blessed. I have the space to really immerse myself in Swamiji. When I'm at home, I can go and join in activities also in the rest of the town. It's all really close. It's all just the Sangha has been so supportive. The interesting thing with Swamiji for me is that even the smallest of things, the smallest of levels, there's one point where I was having to do a lot of driving, long distance driving, and I was able to use one of the more powerful cars from work. So you want to rush home and so on. But I got into this mood of rushing. You get into the faster car and you just you go as fast as possible. And I was starting to get over that, but I was finding myself, it had become sort of a little pattern, but just there was a particular celebration where we were able to put requests into Swamiji, and I remember putting a few, and there was this small thought, let Swamiji bless this. And this was like, it was actually sort of early days in knowing Swamiji, and the video links were not as easy or often as they are now or something. So here's this divine being, but he's many kilometers away. I hadn't even met him at that stage. Asked for this kind of pattern to be cleared, to just let me get out of this inconvenience, this sort of unpleasantness become. And literally within a week, I was in a big car again. I was like, that's just not here anymore. I was like, how did that happen? Somebody who's only seen me on a video and hardly that. Now we're so blessed that we can come online so often. And it's just clear there's something extra happening here. There's something divine happening here, something very blessed, like more than you can imagine. And then from there it just grew. The miracles grew, the power manifesting. Absolutely, it just takes you out of conventional thinking, out of the limitations of yourself, and then becoming part of the Gurukul. I'm an Acharya at the Gurukul, and seeing how enabled kids are by powerful cognitions from early. And they don't even have to be many. Blessed are the kids that can actually go to the Gurukul full time. But even once a week, attending an e-Gurukul session, kids are internalizing these powerful understandings of themselves, and
it's a foundation for them with these powerful cognitions. So yes, very beautifully said. And also
connecting to Swamiji. Yes, beautiful.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's Swamiji's gift to all of us. And especially, like you said, the Paramashivoham works inside us, rewiring our very inner infrastructure to be able to make us manifest the ultimate more and more. So thank you so much, Ma Barbara. Thank you for that beautiful sharing of yours. And next we have Lorenzo here, Lorenzo Mesente. Nithyanandam, Lorenzo Mesente, Nithyanandam.
Yep,
Very
kia
nice
ora.
to have you here.
Yep, thank you. So yeah, I only just started the program, the 21 day, and I must say it's probably the most fulfilling 21-day commitment I've put myself through. I guess my life's taken a 360 turn from, the life I lived previously, and I because I've always been a spiritual type of person, and us as Māori, as our culture, we are very spiritual people. And I guess when I got in touch with Swamiji through Markella Devi and all that, I actually have a one-on-one connection with him through through spiritual things, third eye. It's actually great to be able to see somebody that that resonates, a higher being. For me, he's an amazing being. He is. I'm still learning as I go, but yeah, it's been. I guess it is a life of bliss, as Thomas talked about. It does change, and just being around people that are happy and accept you and things like that, because I come from a pretty rough background, and acceptance, just that there was ways that you had to get there that I didn't really like to do. However, just coming into the Paramashivoham Level-1, it's been amazing. I have to say, I've changed how I see things in life. It's hard to find the words actually to describe how they're feeling. I've never had that feeling in my life, to feel so complete with something and being happy with what I'm seeing in front of me, because I'm one of those people, seeing is believing, and I guess doing the program, I saw a lot of that and stuff I guess I already knew. Swamiji just gave me validation and confirmation that what I already know is, I've known about it for about 4 years. So my partner, I actually have a photo. She met Swamiji in Haradwa in 2010.
Oh,
So my
wow.
partner, so I've known about him for a while, for probably for a long time, and just what that did for her when she went over there, and her stories that she spoke about. So when she put it to me, would I be willing to give it a go, I said, well, there's no harm in trying, and it's the best thing I ever decided to do.
Wonderful. So I just wanted to ask you, like, what are the aspects, like, specifically, if I may ask, like, do you have any specific aspects that you want to share, saying, you know what, these are aspects I really had a breakthrough in? Like that, if I ask you, which aspects would you say you had the most breakthroughs in?
Okay, so the completion, it's that is, it works wonders. It really does. It really challenges you to really see where. Well, for myself, it challenged me to see where I was at and how I saw things, and those things that past stuff had did, and then doing completions with all those things, I actually feel like a better person. I can't explain the change. My family and friends can explain it because they see it. I feel it. I feel that. Another one was enlightenment. Like, I've been spiritual, but I've never felt that a strong connection with a higher being than when I actually was one-on-one with Swami. He's such an amazing being. I just, sometimes it's even hard to find the words to describe him, because there's not just one, 2 or even 10 words. There's just so many, you know, and also learning how to you know, move things with your mind and things like that. It's wow, like I knew that it was possible, and for me, it's like we defied science. We can do it with our mind spiritually. You know, it's an amazing feeling.
Actually,
Yeah,
just to
it
add
really
to
is.
yeah, just to add to what you're saying, uh, like see, normally people like magicians, right? They can use techniques, tricks, and they use it with their mind. But that's why
Yep.
after some point they get very tired. But because
Yeah.
Swamiji empowers consciousness, and like you use the power of your very consciousness to move the matter, you also have the ability. And I'm so happy that you're enjoying that power, because now with that ability, you can also move obstacles of your life. Like it's the ability of the power of your consciousness. So you're moving
Yes.
things with your mind, but with your consciousness. And that's empowering you so beautifully. Like I'm just so happy to even listen to you. It's not just the words that you say and the space that you're having. I'm listening, whether it was Ma Kala Devi or Thomas Daya or Ma Barbara or yourself. It's like the very space is just so sweet. Like I have been listening to sharing since morning, and like one after another, different sanghas have been coming and sharing, and I just feel so beautiful. Like the way how Swamiji is manifesting for each one of you. Like, you know what really touched me here? You said, I had that one-on-one experience with Swamiji. I was like, wow, Swamiji. You know how Swamiji is manifesting for us, for each individual. I have read in
Yeah.
Bhagavatam, or even in like how they describe in when Krishna was a small child, he was in
Mm.
Vrindavan, right? And all the gopikas there used to feel that Krishna, Lord Krishna is with them. At that time,
Mm.
he used to be in each of their houses, sitting and eating the butter. So I am like, okay, how it would have been. But now I'm saying like, oh my God, this is how like Swamiji makes the Puranas so real. It comes to life. Like now I see it in real life. Like I like how I feel like each one of us, Swamiji is exclusively happening for you. Like it's
Mm.
like he's there for you, and every moment he's there with you. And he just knows you. So like in and out, he's there, and
Absolutely.
he's in his shoulders. He's just like holding your hands, and he's like transforming you. So it's so beautiful to listen to your sharings.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because he what I feel when I see him through my third eye, and I see him quite often. He challenges me a lot. He makes me laugh, and his laugh is quite infectious. It's you can't help but laugh with him. It's a beautiful thing, and even seeing him through Darshan and just seeing how elegant he looks, it brings a it's like you don't see beauty like that often. You know, everything is beautiful, but when you see something that stands out like that, yeah, he is something else. He's really he's the man.
So thank you so much, Aya. So true. Thank you for your beautiful
Thank you.
sharing, and especially that part of that elegance that you're saying about. Like, I just want to add something here, because uh like people, if there's going to be a show, or like where they're going to be presenting themselves, people prepare. There's like a preparation they do. They prepare before they come. They have a preparation, like you rehearse, you see whether you're there's a lot of things that goes on before a person comes to the stage. But for Swamiji, how much I have seen, like I've had the blessing to be around Swamiji while seeing Swamiji physically in Briddi when all of us were there in Adi Kailash, and seeing how Swamiji works, right? The programs would start like early in the morning, the yoga would start. Swamiji would be there for the yoga early in the morning. Then the whole day, Swamiji will be like, as soon as the yoga gets over, Swamiji will go, he will do the puja, he will come for accepting the Pada puja. And then Swamiji will be giving the satsang. And right after that, Swamiji will go for like campus rounds. He'll go to department by department. The Adiganesh campus is huge. If anyone has been there, like starting from the temple, if you have to go to sacred arts, you'll get tired in one round. Swamiji will go each department by department. And he would be there, like spend so much of time checking, micromanaging every single thing. He'll go to the sacred arts, he'll actually see if the deities are proper, what deity, how much metal is being used, what is the right quantity, is it as per the agama? He would do that. So like he'll go to every single department and then he would come. By the time correctly, the participants would have just finished eating breakfast and they would have gathered for session. Correctly, Swamiji would be there conducting the session. Like literally, there won't be a gap. You get what I'm saying? Like there won't be a gap for Swamiji to even prepare something or like go like have that time to rest, have that time to refresh. No, he would just be like on the ground. I'll be like, oh my God, how is he able to do so much in a day? And the initiations would go on till 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the night, midnight. And right after that, all the participants will be finishing the program and they'll go to sleep in their rooms. And Swamiji, we all would expect what usually after Swamiji will give darshan to every single person. He would not had one bit time to even stretch himself. He'll be off on his feet, just going around the campus once again. Doing the campus rounds, he'd go up for the temple, he'd go to the Kalabhairava gate, he'll go to the sacred arts, he'll go to the library, he'll go to Gurukul, he'll even go to the kitchen to check. So it's like a day is not one day, like what we do probably even an entire year crushed within our chronological time of 24 hours is Swamiji's day. So just like you say about the elegance, it's like so that's the way Swamiji's natural existence is. It's so graceful, but just so beautifully graceful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your beautiful
Thank
sharing.
you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining.
Kia ora.
And also to all the viewers that are enjoying now, we have another sharing, another person that has joined us from KAILASA, Fiji, is Ma Mohini Lata, Nithyananda Mohini.
Nithyananda.
Nithyananda. Could you introduce a little bit about where you are from and if you could, where are you from?
I'm from,
yes,
my name is Mohini Lata and I'm from Fiji. I was connected with Swamiji in March 2020 through my friend Gayatri Gaundar. And since then, I'm attending all the satsangs and Swamiji's darshan since then. Nithyananda, everyone. I am thrilled to share my journey with Swamiji and how it was transformed my life into pure bliss. Words can hardly capture my depth of experience, but it all began after PSM program in 2021. Since then, Swamiji has been answering my prayers. I was struggling to schedule my employment case date, and miraculously, it was granted on May 19th, 2024. With Swamiji's grace, I am confident of victory. I also been longing to do Paduka Seva, and Swamiji has blessed me with opportunity despite my age. I feel incredibly energetic throughout the day, allowing me to excel in my task. I find joy in my saving others through Annadan, Seva with the Fiji Sangha, and reaching more lives in our community. I am deeply grateful to Swamiji for guiding me on this journey and showering me with blessings. Thank you, Nithyanandam. I want to share some of my miracles which I had. My daughter was married for 8 years, and like she was unable to conceive. So one day the program was going, and I told my daughter that we have to pray for the apple baby. So after 8 years, so last year, December 20, she gave birth to baby girl. So every
Wow.
time when we talk to her, every time she shows a thumbs up. So, and when my daughter was pregnant, when the doctor was doing scanning, and the doctor told the first time in my history, I saw the baby giving thumbs up. So
Oh,
it's a
wow.
miracle, and now she's 1 year old this year. Last
So
year
sweet.
she was 1 year. So,
I just wanted to
and
all the views.
another miracle happened. Like I was in PSM program, and like myself and my brother, we were not talking for like 6 years. So I went for relationship program, and so they were telling us to give a call to your brother, and you can connect again. So I was a bit scared to call him, but I called him. But like when I called him, and like he started crying, that for so long, where was I? And I said, and he was like talking so nicely to me. But since then, now we are connected. So we are
So
connected
nice.
now.
One thing I wanted to highlight from what you had shared, you had so beautifully told about your daughter. That's so sweet,
Yeah,
actually, to all the viewers.
she just wanted the baby. So now she's
So
connected to Swamiji too. She sees all the darshan
very
and the baby girl too. She likes.
so sweet. Actually, to all the viewers that are watching, anybody, see, especially due to the kind of lifestyle that we are having and the adulteration in the food and toxins that are there and the lifestyle habits that we are having in the modern day, a lot of women and a lot of families face this issue where you don't have children and you're not able to conceive a child. And Swamiji is giving a very, very unique initiation. And this happens only once in each Paramashivoham program, where Swamiji actually
Yeah.
blesses you. What Ma Mohinilata was sharing. Swamiji actually blesses you. And like as a couple, whoever comes and sits, Swamiji blesses them with a very specially energized apple or a pineapple. And through that initiation, just by consuming that apple or a pineapple, you will be actually bringing the fruit, Swamiji will be energizing it. And just by consuming that and receiving the initiation from Swamiji, you will start conceiving an enlightened child. It's a super conscious birthing. Swamiji gives an initiation, and that's what Mohinlata just now shared about how her daughter, who was not able to conceive for 8 years, just surrendered one darshan, had just that one initiation from Swamiji, and immediately now her child is 1 year old. And the
Yeah.
most unique thing said is that her child, that baby, when she was in the womb of the mother, actually showed thumbs up. So the doctor says
Thumbs
shocked.
up, yeah.
Thumbs up. That is so sweet, Ma. Thank you so much
She's
for
so
thank you for
beautiful, daughter. She's so
actually so
beautiful.
absolutely, the baby is blessed, and so many people actually look for this, right? Like to have, and it's such a blessing because having a child in a couple's life is one of the most sweetest part of their lives, and to have a baby that's blessed by Swamiji, and it's such a beautiful experience, Ma. Thank you so much for coming and sharing with us. Thank you so much, Ma. Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam. And I think today we've heard so many different people share their journeys, their experiences with all of us. Now, to all the participants, take a few minutes, invite your friends and family members for the upcoming Paramashivoham so that they too can experience this in their life. Paramashivoham is the best gift that can happen to everyone. And for everyone here, through the journey of Paramashivoham, Swamiji is literally showering us the best and some of the most amazing truths, amazing, powerful cognition. So, if you have your loved ones too that you would like to invite, that you would like them to have this experience, please enrich them, and they too can attend Paramashivoham and receive this as their experience. Whether it is addiction, whether it is stress, or whether it is ultimately wanting to experience enlightenment itself, every aspect, Swamiji is here. Swamiji showers it for all of us. And to all of you, all the participants that are here, the first person that came to your mind when you heard people share about their wealth breakthrough, their health breakthrough, what was the first thing that came into your mind? Who was the first person? Invite them, reach out to them, and so they too can have this breakthrough in their lives. And actually, as we are sharing, we have one more participant who just joined us, Ma Sara, who also is going to be sharing her wonderful experience at the Paramashivoham program. I'm just going to be, yes, Nithyananda Ma Sara. Nithyananda Ma, how are you doing?
Nithyananda, I'm good, thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Where are you from?
I'm from New Zealand here, and I live in Rotorua. I met Kaladevi a few years back, and one day I was walking along the road, and I felt like I was like a prisoner in my own mind. Like I'm a seeker. I believe I'm a seeker. I knew there was more to life than what was presenting to me. And one day I was walking and saw Kaladevi had a yoga sign out, and I went down to knock on the door and ask her, if I could join yoga. And when she opened the door, her radiance, her glow and everything, I said, hi. She goes, hi, how can I help you? And I says to her, I want to know what you know. And she said, come in. And that's when I was introduced to Swami, and that was in 2009. And I was very fortunate to go to Haridwar, like my partner said, in 2000. And no, it was 2014, I think I went, yeah. And so for me, for myself, it's been it's been it's been really, like, I feel so much gratitude. I feel blessed that I was fortunate and chosen by Swami. I feel like I was handpicked. When you think about it, all the people all over the world, and for you to be one of the chosen people, to be handpicked, to be privileged to be in Swami's space and to learn what he has to share with the human race, the society, with the world. It's huge. That's so big. I'm so privileged. I feel protected. I feel, and the most beautiful thing is I can share it. You can share all this information, and it leads every one of us to a more simple, basic way of living, or that gives you freedom within yourself. You're not looking outside, you're looking in, and you're constantly evolving, you're constantly growing. And if you miss one day, 1 month, 1 year, you're not shunned out. You're still embraced, you're still loved. The love is exactly the same, if not magnified. I'm just so grateful. I'm full of gratitude and quite emotional.
And what you're sharing reminds me, Somji says that, it is not accident. You meeting him is not accident. Cosmos very carefully handpicks you and chooses you and orchestrates your existence. So you're a conscious miracle. And the happening of Swamiji in your life is that very carefully, meticulously orchestrated by the existence to meet you, intervene in your life at the right time, in the right place, through the right person, with in the right space. So you got it all right, and here you are experiencing the best in your life, and like how Swamiji beautifully. Actually, in Shiva Puranam, it's a very beautiful, like a very, very old scripture. And that there's a beautiful line. Avanarulale avantal vanangi. Only by his grace one can even go down to him. Like that. It's only because he chose you. He loves you. That love is overflowing back as love for him. It's that beautiful thing that you said that he chose you. Out of the billions, he's chosen you. And that's the reason why you're able to connect, you're able to experience that devotion, experience that feeling connection, and the avatar is physically in this manifestation.
Yeah. And he initiated me to be able to give completion and do completion with whoever, wherever in the world they are. I'm able to do that. Doesn't matter what time, what space, I'm able to stop what I'm doing and just go into that space and assist somebody, help somebody through completion in that. And it's so beautiful to watch them move out of that that grasp that their incompletion had them in. As you would know, it's such a beautiful space. And one thing that I keep reminding myself that I have, that Swami, when Kalabhairava come out, one of the things that was shared was that I was a daughter in a past life of Kalabhairava, and that he will remain in my crown center. And so, sometimes I forget, but and then I realize, oh my gosh, so blessed, so much gratitude.
Too good. Very beautiful, Ma. Thank you so much for such a beautiful sharing. Sara, for sharing so beautiful.
Blessing.
Thank you.
Nithyananda.
Nithyananda, thank you so much. And to all the participants, viewers that are here with us, that are joining here with us, I just wanted to say, we have been hearing such wonderful, beautiful experiences, and you too can experience this. You too can manifest this kind of a very powerful experience in your life. And now that all of us have listened to it, we sincerely request every one of you to make it a point, reach out to your friends and family members and have them join in to experience it. Now, so today also we've been learning about wealth, how to manifest wealth further. In the next session, we're going to be learning about how you can contemplate on death. By understanding deeper about death, you manifest wealth. Quite paradoxical, but Swamiji tells in detail about how exactly when you understand about death further and further, you will manifest wealth. So we thank all of you for your listening through the session. And now it is time for all of us to enter into the next session for the day. Let us listen to the revelations now.
When you focus on mastering death, listen, from the time death is created, Paramashiva has given the knowledge of deathlessness. The more you decide
To achieve deathlessness, conquer death, go beyond death, you become rich. I'm repeating, you heard it right. Anyone who wants to become wealthy, rich, start contemplating about death. Start focusing on how to become deathless. Listen. I am repeating. You may wonder how deathlessness and wealth is interconnected. Listen, I'll explain. Listen. I'm going to explain an important principle. Listen. I'll give you a technique also. Death is happening continuously in all of us in multiple level. Every time life energy leaving you, you feeling low, even your tiredness is a death in a way. Continuously millions and billions of cells are dying in you. It's a death. Even if you shave, a part of your body is removed from you. Your extension, your hairs are removed from you. Even if you remove the nail, something is removed from you. And if you feel something is your extension, like money or people, and they are removed from your life, that money is removed, or that luxury is removed, or that person is removed from your life, even that is a death. That is why breaking from a relationship causes such deep pain. Understand? If you are in the female body, every time you have periods, and that egg which was supposed to become life leaves your body, it is a death. If you are in male body, every time the masculine life energy, semen, leaves your body, it is death. Death is not just stopping of your heart, multi-level, it happens multiple ways. Everything which you think as you or yours leaving your body is death. Leaving you is death. Understand this very deeply. If, for example, you have root thought pattern of fear, frightening, shivering fear in you, out of that root thought pattern, that driving, even if you make billions of dollars, you will not achieve satisfaction, because the reason why you are making money is to feel secured. You will feel secured only when you break that pattern, not by money. It is like a wrong strategy. Wrong strategy for wrong reason. Every pattern you will see fear. Even in your love there is a fear. Greed, there is a fear. Anxiety, there is a fear. Fear, there is a fear. With every engram, fear becomes unavoidable ingredient. Like potato in Bengali is food. Potato and sugar for Bengalis. There will not be any item without potato and sugar. Anybody from Bengal? Then you know what I am saying. Aloo and mishti. For Tamilians, this pickle, whatever you may eat, whether it's a curd rice or anything, but without pickle, food is not complete. For the Andhra people, that avaka, gongura chutney. Without that, food is not complete. Same way, fear becomes inevitable ingredient in all the life. In every decision you make, in your devotion, there is a fear. You project only your fear on God. In your relationship, there is a fear. When you accumulate wealth, there is a fear. After accumulation, there is a fear. If a cell phone rings, there is a fear. If it does not ring, there is a fear. You are waiting for some call. Continuously, there is a fear. Fear becomes main driving force, emotion for your actions, decision making. Let me tell you honestly, fear is nothing but just adrenaline in your body. If you have a bad smell in the teeth, what will you do? You will brush the teeth. Same way, just like a bad smell in your teeth, a small chemical imbalance in your body is fear. But it is so unfortunate, you give so much of importance to it. That is where the problem starts. You don't give that much of importance to your mouth smelling, but you give so much of importance to fear. But both are simple, equal, silly problem. Just like mouth smelling is a silly problem. Just brush it and chew a gum over. Same way only when the adrenaline release in you. Just understand, get back to the balance. But you don't do this. Sometimes I wonder, people, just because of the fear, they create the problem itself. They are afraid, this may happen, this may happen, this may happen, and make it happen. They create all the situation for that to happen. I have seen in the love affair or in the family relationship, I may break from my wife, I may break from my wife, I may break from my wife. So now in your heart you have set the climax. You breaking from her is the climax. So now you will be working towards it. Any day only when the climax happens, you will feel life is fulfilled. You achieved what you wanted. If you sit and consciously involve intensely in all your fears and the root cause of fears and insecurities, you will be completely free from all fears and the kind of the boldness, courage you will manifest. See, at one point you will reach the source of your fears. You will feel, oh, everything is over. From this moment, whatever way life happens is a bonus. That's all what can be done. When that shift happens to you, that is the moment Yama, Kala is giving you the blessing of not taking life for granted. and liberating you from all the fear-centric behavioral patterns. See, at one point in my life, I reached everything is over. Now, if I am alive from next moment, whatever way I may exist is a blessing, bonus. Understand? Listen to this very carefully. This realization is the boon from Yama, Kala. Decision not to hang on to our fantasies about life and our fears about our fantasies. Understand? Whenever your mind involves, your fears become fantasies and fantasies becomes fears. These are the statements you need to meditate very deeply. When there is an obsessive compulsive behavior, your fantasies become fears and fears become fantasy. Romance become perversion, perversions become romance. War becomes love, love becomes war. Listen carefully. At one point in my life, I reached externally in the outer world, any situation, if I am going to be alive, remembering I exist, it's a blessing. Nothing more can be taken away from me. And internally, if I am still able to consciously cognize I am existing without a mental breakdown, that itself is a blessing. There is nothing more. I don't expect any bliss, or I am not afraid of depression anymore, or the worst mental states, mood swings, or the worst external conditions. See, the fear of the worst possible external conditions and internal conditions have been accepted by the deepest core of my existence, and nothing more to visualize, fantasize about the worst possible external conditions or internal conditions and get frightened. There is nothing more I need to visualize and get frightened. It's all over. That moment, something broke in me. My consciousness touched time. And Yama gave way, Kala gave way, and I reached Kala Bhairava. Listen. Consciously sitting and cherishing all your fears, not mentally being kicked. Just mind releases all the fears and the fears erupt out in you. No, I am not talking about that. I am talking about consciously sitting and visualizing, cherishing. What more can happen where this kind of illogical patterns come? I am repeating. You may wonder how deathlessness and wealth is interconnected. Listen, I'll explain. The first man who died became Yamadharma, Lord of Death. Why you know? He was so focused on the first person of himself, he just went out of the body knowing clearly there is no death. The more you are focused on the first person, more deathlessness happens in you. I'm repeating. The more you are focused on the first person, more deathlessness. Listen. In the modern society, in all your homes, if someone is 24 hours playing with device, video games, YouTube, all the time on the screen, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, social media, all the time they are engrossed, you call that as addiction. If you go to Tapovan and live in a monastery there, in Tapovan monastery, I lived fortunately in this manifestation. Paramashiva blessed me to spend time there. In Tapovan, if you are not able to close your eyes, keep your eyes closed, and constantly if you are keeping your eyes open, that is called addiction. There is different levels of addiction. For a modern day man, if you are all the time engrossed with a device, that is addiction, means extreme level of addiction. If you are in Tapovan, if you just keep your eyes open continuously, if you are not able to keep your eyes closed, focused inside, that itself is an addiction. I can say that is a initial level, first level addiction. This device addiction is Z. So there are various levels of addiction. The more you focus on the first person, your addictions will start leaving you. Listen. I am not saying you will be de-addicted. Your addictions will forget you. They will leave you. Without even knowing how many addictions you are crossing and dropping, you will get de-addicted. Getting de-addicted without even knowing how many addictions you are getting rid of is the ultimate de-addiction. Listen. The focus on first person. I am repeating. Focus on first person makes your consciousness stronger. You know how to make your body stronger. You even know how to make your mind stronger. But to make your consciousness stronger, first and foremost method is focusing on your first person. The more you focus on your first person, you make matured decisions about your life. You live and manifest larger than life energy. You casually play with the decisions related to death. I wanted to repeat and insist on this truth. All of you should know. Knowing some of the habits you have may lead you to death. You decide to turn your face away and you decide to live with that blind spot. Everyone knows, everyone who smokes knows smoking is injurious to health. They have their own justification. What is there? Without smoking, even if I live, what is there? You have your own blind spots, justifications. Sometimes you even tell yourself and convince yourself, no, that person smoked and lived 90 years. This person smoked and lived 100 years. So many people come and tell me, Bhagavan Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Visari Swamigal, is a chain smoker. He lived above 90. People come and tell me. I told them, I lived around Bhagavan Yogi Ram Surat Kumar many days and nights and months. Yes, he smokes, but he only smokes literally no food. Rarely eats. You also start doing that. You do all the other things he does. 24/7 he lives in ajapa, the sahaja samadhi state. His ajapa has gone so deep in his being, even while he is falling asleep, what you call as sleep in the night time, his fingers will be moving doing japa. I have seen, even in the middle of the night, when he is fully resting, his fingers will be moving, doing ajapa, his lips will be moving, doing ajapa. Your justifications are your justifications. That is why they are called justifications. Your justifications are your justifications. That is why they are called justifications. They are not facts. People have their own theories. Knowingly compromising or unknowingly living with blind spots, knowing that alcohol will reduce your long life, deciding to drink is addiction. All these kind of known, unknown complications will just drop if you focus on your first person, strengthening your first person. Strengthening your first person will make the words you utter towards yourself and others very matured. The ideas you plant within you and on others will be highly matured. The ideas you carry about life will become highly matured. Wealth is nothing but being matured with life. I'm repeating. Wealth, richness is nothing but being matured with life. The situations of life external happening or your internal reactions. Your internal actions which caused external situations. With everything, you will have such absolute maturity Let me openly declare, all my last 26 years of life, to design this Reserve Bank of Kailasa, I just started simply Googling. I studied 85 countries' bank structures personally. I have notes, all the technical terms. Just Googling. Simple interest. And then mapping them to Agamas. How Agama describes these concepts, I tell you, end of the day. So many people are praising, oh, brilliant idea, gold-based currency. Hey, only 100 years before these countries' currencies have become popular. Before that, the whole world was following only Hindu economy. Hindu economy is simply on gold. Over. Only last 100 years, these various countries and its currencies have become strong exchange mechanism. I'll use the word mechanism only. I will not accept the currency as organism. It's just a mechanism. Organism should have its own independent intelligence and life. It's only a mechanism, regulated. I tell you. The most non-exploiting, unmanipulatable economic system was Hindu economic system. I saw very clearly, few hundred years before, till the Hindu economic system was allowed to live, before the invaders finished it, how it was. I just picked it up and revived. Just simple interest, simple involvement. Listen. Simple involvement, simple interest, makes you absolutely passionate about life. I'll tell you this principle, which I am talking now, is the economic policy, strategy, principle of Hinduism. Listen. The Hindu society, civilization, is focused on Jivan Mukti, enlightenment, moksha. Whether it follows the Shaiva tradition, Ganapatya tradition, or Sakta tradition, or Saura tradition, or Gaumara tradition, or Guru worship, Sampradayas, or Vaishnava Sampradayas, any Sampradaya. Basically, the ecosystem, a civilization, Samastana, is focused on enlightenment. Let me continue with my understand. In Hindu tradition, The economy is 3-layer: grain based, metal based, and all the precious things you get from the ocean. Pearls, those items. Sanganidhi, Badumanidhi. Padumanidhi means all the items you get from the ground comes under Batmanidhi, like a grain and metal. All the things you get from ocean is formed as Sankanidhi. Shanka, Kanch. Shankanidhi, Padumanidhi. That's all. This two is the currency. And in Batmanidhi, two category: grain-based economy and metal-based economy. Whole thing is contributing economy. Does not encourage stealing, swindling-based economy. No. The Hindu dharmic economy principles. Hindu principles of conscious manifestation of reality. In every level, I wanted to keep all the Hindu principles alive and bring legitimacy and demonstrate it. It still works. This is the best. Understand? This is the best. The internal administration was always enriching and raising the humanity and society to the next levels. Art, culture, dance, music, everything was enlightenment based. Everything was enlightenment based. Jurisprudence was absolutely deep understanding about the human psyche. With a tremendous understanding about the human possibility and human existence. It was always prone towards prayaschitta, not punishment. Expectation from the individuals and the way they are placed in society was well defined. Nobody was kept in fear. No way the law can be used for taking revenge. Nobody can be punished for ignorance, because educating the citizens was the responsibility of the king. Principles were straightforward and simple. Administration was more contributing and life positive. Paramashiva declares, food has to be completely freely available for the whole nation. So we are going to follow the same procedure. Food, knowledge. See, not only the guru should not charge the student, if guru does not have money to feed the students, you see, in Hindu tradition, the student, not only you can't charge the student has to be given food, given all the things needed, and given education. Intention to study is worshipped in Hindu tradition. So if a child has an intention to study, he becomes a brahmachari. So from that moment, the Hindu society is responsible for giving food, shelter, education, everything needed for that brahmachari. The guru is responsible for providing everything to a brahmachari who want to study. If guru does not have, if guru is not wealthy enough, he has to go for bhiksha. He is allowed to beg. And brahmacharis are also allowed to beg. You can beg, but guru is bound to provide everything to the brahmacharis and give education. We are going to be following the same policy. Not only knowledge is free, all your survival needs during your study period also is free. And we are going to be following the same principles. My vision is to provide all these services to all the 2 billion Hindus all over the world. More than 1.2 billion born Hindus and around 800 million, 0.8 million practicing Hindus are there all over the world. So I feel my personal vision is to provide these services to all the 2 billion people all over the world. Let's see, with the grace of Paramashiva, we will be able to do it. Same way, in Hindu tradition, doctors are paid not based on you falling sick, but based on your income. Whole village gives share from the harvest to the doctor. Doctor makes sure the whole village is healthy. This is called healthy medical industry. See, only by you falling sick, doctor is going to gain money. How do you expect doctor should be praying for your health? When doctor knows the village's health, my county's health, my taluk's health, my area's health is going to make me more wealthy. He will do research on your diet. He will support you in every level to be healthy, because your health makes him wealthy. Not your sickness. Your body is not income source for him. Your active life is income source for him. Understand the shift. This is Hindu economic policies. So, the KAILASA will have the same policies. In KAILASA, we will be practicing these same policies. In Hindu tradition, actually, if at all our next generation starts tasting the Hindu knowledge, Hindu economy principles, they will understand this is the most beautiful, delicious, brilliant. They will just fall in love with all these principles, and simply the whole Hindu economy principles, everything will be revived. My job is only to make you taste the deliciousness of Hindu economy principles by reviving the Hindu Reserve Bank and Hindu currency. Hindu knowledge is capable enough to revive itself, resurrect itself, re-establish itself, reignite the passion in you and excite you again. And just if I share the knowledge and educate you, that's enough. That's all I am trying to do. I have so much more to share. Please understand this principle. This principle is going to be very important principle in Kailasa economy. I am going to revive this. If you serve any temple run as per Vedagamas, you get punya, which you can use not only in Kailasa after you leave the body, you can encash them, withdraw as currency even for your day-to-day use, which can be in the form of grains, precious gems, precious metals. I mean what I am saying. This is the fundamental policy with which the Kailasa economic strategy and economic policies are getting evolved. Listen. Bringing legitimacy, economic legitimacy to all the religious actions, activities you perform. If you go around Arunachala, the Arunachala Purana describes you will get certain punya with which you can achieve and enjoy Kailasa. Not only you get that, you get even the country currency. You withdraw, you receive currency in the form of grains, clothes, other utilities, including precious metal, precious gems. The ritual happening where all this disbursement happens is yaga, yajnas conducted by the kings in those days. For example, when a Brahmin comes, the senior Vidvats, the senior Brahmins decide this person, this many years, is practicing all the Vedic rituals and teaching. So he gets this much of punya in Kailasa and this much of country currency. The Kailasa currency punya and country currency in the form of grains, precious metal, precious gems, clothes, whatever. This was a living economy of Hindu tradition and Hindu samsthanas, Hindu kingdoms. I am going to revive it. I will revive it with the grace of Ganapati, Paramashiva. All the gods and goddesses of Kailasa with their blessings. I will revive it. Same way, these principles are elaborately described in Vedas and Agamas. That is going to form the basic structure of KAILASA economic policies and strategies. Everyone is supported so beautifully, nobody feels insecure to manipulate or exploit the economy. That is the most beautiful structure of Hindu economy. Understand, it is such tremendous, deep confidence building system, and so much of security was given. And in Hindu tradition, the two layer, the economic principle, one is the currency. Technically in Sanskrit, if I translate that concept, it's called grain-based currency, means just by possessing and owning, it has its own utility value, whether the grains or the precious metals, precious gems, by its own value, it has a value. There is no other regulatory body required to establish its value. By you owning and the way it is used, demanded in the society, healthy society, by this simple existence, it has value. Second, the regulatory body always made sure the principle of enlightenment was kept alive in all their regulatory principles. How and why gold should be precious metal? How and why? What gems will be considered as precious? Everything. The whole regulating mechanism was enlightenment centric. Understand? Rajaraja, for example, builds a huge temples. All of you need to know, it's not that he built only Tanjore temple. Please understand. He built large number of temples. Krishnadevaraya built large number of temples. I should say that all great known kings of Hinduism, whether Cambodia or Somanath or Chidambaram or Tanjore or Jagannath or Nepal or Sri Lanka, anywhere the Hindu civilization was prevalent. It was all temple-centric, temple-based, because that was the source of our knowledge, our economy, principles, systems and strategies. Temple building and sustenance was one of the most beautiful method to keep the economy current. Currency has value only as long as the current is kept alive. So the current is kept alive to keep the value of the currency through this large size temple building and running. Listen, step by step I am explaining. The knowledge keepers who keep the integrity and efficacy of the knowledge. Brahmanas, who give protection from external invasions and internal revolts and keep the living enlightenment, Jivan Mukti lifestyle. Kshatriyas, those people are given, they are paid and given rewards and awards when they demonstrate the valor, protecting the dharma. And same next, Vaishyas, they are supported, encouraged, given protection, supported with the knowledge, encouraged with the infrastructure and market. Protected, given protection for their wealth, for all these services provided by the state to the Vaishyas. In turn, Vaishyas pay the tax to the state. And Shudras are empowered with the land and all the equipments needed to grow grains or everything else needed for the sustenance of the life. In turn, paid, supported with all their needs. It's an amazing, unique, very organized, legitimate civilization. I tell you, the pre-Brancian age civilization, the only civilization still alive, of course, in a very critical stage, beaten, broken, lost even confidence on themselves and their principles, their ancestors, constantly being told that your ancestors are stupid and your ancestors are useless. See, once you take someone's confidence about their heritage and past, he does not have any more future, because he will not try to replicate his knowledge, heritage, past, the glory of the past in future. He will just surrender to you and listen to you and do what you say as the right future. To enslave a civilization and kill a civilization, remove their confidence about their glorious past. Successfully, this poisoning is done to Hindu civilization. It is almost in intensive care unit, emergency care unit. The only good news is it is not dead. I am back to revive. I will not let it die. Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam gunakarma vibasaha tasya kartaram abhimam vidyakartaram avyayam. The four categories of Varna were created by me according to the people's qualities and activities. Although I am creator of this system, know me to be eternal and will come back again and again to keep this system alive. For example, Brahmana, when he performs something great, when he is high achiever, he is supported, gifted with all the things which strengthens his lifestyle. Same way, for example, a Kshatriya, when he performs something great and when he becomes high achiever, he is gifted with some things which strengthens his valor and his lifestyle and what is expected from him. For a successful society, he gets glory, name, fame, and many women decide to marry him. He is glorified in such a way, the society is enamored by his glory and valor. Same way, Vaishya, when he becomes a great, successful, high achiever, the kind of the glorification done to him is different. The glorification done to him supports him in his profession to achieve more success. A great, amazing, beautiful society was kept alive with the principle of enlightenment. The concept of dravya, dana, dravya, in Hinduism is clearly defined in Amarakosha. For Brahmanas, what is dana? Wealth. For Vaishyas, what is dana? Wealth. For Kshatriyas, what is dana? Wealth. For Shudras, what is dana? Wealth. Amarakosha's original verse. Dravyam viddam swapateyam riktam ruktam danam vasuhu hiranyam dravinam dyumnam artaraihi vipava abhi. These are the definitions, forms the fundamental economic principles of Kailasa. Synonyms of the word dana: dravyam, material; vittam, currency, goods, which is goods battered also is considered as currency. As I said, the Hindu economy was grain based. By its own weight and possession, it is valuable. It does not need any central regulatory body to declare that this paper has this much of value. No. By just the possession of that semi-precious stone or a precious metal or precious stone or the current or the grain, or the grain or the precious metal, precious gems, by its possession, it brings value due to its utility and demand in the society. So that is vittam. Swapateyam, owned, earned property. Riktam, inherited property. When you inherit a property, the intention of your ancestor tied, married to that property, that intention also you inherit. So, all inheritance in Hinduism is a will. So, you have to, as long as you maintain that will, you have right over the property. Understand? Whatever you inherit from the ancestors, you have to maintain their will. If not, you don't own that property anymore. This was the way the civilization was kept alive in Hindu tradition. Hindu father will work for the 7th generation of their children, and same way they will inculcate the lifestyle, knowledge, principles in their children. Unfortunately, now in the modern day, neither they keep wealth for the children nor they inculcate the Hindu values for the children. Both should be done. I want my followers, you keep wealth for your next generation and you inculcate these values, Hindu values, into your next generation. And the next generation also respects the riktam, inherited property, and the will of your ancestors, both. Ruktam, possessing and enjoying it, expanding it. Dhanam, money. Vasu, land. Hiranyam, gold. Dravinam, movable properties, which is useful. Dyumnam, power and strength. Power and strength means capacity to understand the principles of the economy and change the investments and keep yourself alive, current, and your currency current. Artha, the business concerns and work. Rai, riches. You should pronounce as Rai, riches. Vibhava, magnanimity, omnipresence and power. Understanding the omnipresence and capabilities of Dhanam and keeping your magnanimity to keep the omnipresence alive all over the world. For example, if you honor your commitments only, they will honor their commitments. That is what is magnanimity. So, Kavi Kalpa Druma gives the synonym of Dhanam as Dhanyam, means the grain-based economy, and all other principles as I described from Amarakosha now. These are going to be forming the fundamental principles for Hindu economic policies and strategies. Hindu will is absolutely different from the will legal paper used today for establishing inheritance. Understand? Hindu will is lifestyle based. If you are from the Varna of a Brahmana and you inherit your ancestors who were Brahmana by Varna, only if you follow the principles of Brahmana Varna, you have the right over that property. Same way, Kshatriya, Shudra, and Vaishya. The Hindu inheritance principles. These conscious principles, if you build, that conscious currency will help you. I think that is the only thing which is going to help you post-corona world. That is only going to be your strength, your power. In post-corona world, I gave you one example of Tirupati, because that is known tourism center, spiritual tourism. Like that, I can give you thousands of examples. Ooty, Kodaikanal, seasonal tourism. All of it is melting down. I tell you, the delusion-based economy, making you buy things with money which you don't have and forcing you to work for it, is called delusion-based economy. In that whole balloon, the hole is made already. That balloon is collapsing. Making you buy things which you don't need and making you work for it to pay for the money which you don't have. Making you buy things with money which you don't have and making you work for paying for it. This whole delusion-based economy, that balloon is busting, collapsing. The inner conscious principle-based economy is only going to flourish. Conscious principles need to be applied in every level. Politics, economy, in every level, relationships, only those idea, those principle, consciousness principle based things are going to work out. I tell you, these conscious principles based built body, brain, mind, life, these are going to be the most important, useful for your life in post-corona world. Formally, I declare all the nations where Hinduism was state religion in those days, in some past. It may not be state religion now, but in those days, it was state religion. I am trying to revive now that tradition in one remote corner of the world, not in those countries. In one remote corner of the world. So I'm making it very clear. At present, some of them may be Buddhist, some of them may be Islamic, some of them may be secular. Whatever way they are, Kailasa formally declares all those nations as most favored nations for bilateral and trade. So now, without making you wait further, with the grace of Ganapati, Paramashiva, and all the gods and goddesses of Kailasa, I am introducing the Kailasian dollar to all of you. Kailasian dollar. Each Kailasian dollar will be 11.66 gram gold, 1 tola. 1 tola will be called 1 Kailasian dollar. In Sanskrit, 1 Swarna Mudra. In Tamil, 1 Porkas. One tola gold. That's a Hindu way of measurement. 1 tola of gold. 11.663838 grams will be 1 Kailasian dollar. 1 Swarna Mudra. 1 Porkas.
Bhavabhayaharanam Shri Nithyanandame Vandita Charanam Shri Nithyanandame Bhavabhayaharanam Shri Nithyanandame Vandita Charanam Shri Nithyanandame 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 Bolo Hare Krishna Nama Bolo Hare Nitya Nama Bolo Nithyananda Nama Nithyanandame Bhavabhayaharanam Shri Nithyanandame Vandita Charanam Shri Nithyanandame 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 Bolo Hare Krishna Nama Bolo Hare Nitya Nama Bolo Nithyananda Nama Nithyanandame Brahmananda Rupa Hare Nithyananda Shanti Bhakti Le Lo Mujhe Nithyananda Nithyanandame Nithyanandame Chitta Chora Nanda Lala Nanda Ganda Nivasa Charana Kamala Vando Nithyanandame Chitta Chora Nanda Lala Nanda Ganda Nivasa Charana Kamala Vando Nithyanandame Nityam Jnanam Nithyanandame Guru Nityam Jnanam Nithyanandame Anandame Nithyanandame Guru Nithyananda Namam Nithyanandame Charanam Pada Kamalam Nithyanandame Anandam Anandam Nithyanandame Nithyanandam Anandam Nithyanandame
Understand? Vivekananda visualized it. Aurobindo aspired it. Osho worked for it. Maharishi Mahesh Yogi mandated it. The great Hindu nation which Vivekananda visualized, Aurobindo aspired, Osho worked, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi mandated with all their grace and blessings. The grace of Ganapati, Paramashiva, and all the gods and goddesses of KAILASA, we made it. It's because of their grace we made it. I'll be introducing the quarter Kailasian dollar, which is 2.9159 grams. You can see the original coin which was there in those days in the 56 nations one side, and the present how we revived it. You can see both the coins side by side. The ancient original coins photo and the present how we revived it.
Nithyananda to all the participants that are here. I know we all had such a powerful blast of really powerful revelations just on wealth, and wealth. And it was such a powerful day today. I know, yes, Ma Susan, it's so wonderful today. And you will see how today for all of you, from today you all can actually make a very strong sankalpa in which aspect of wealth you want to break through it. You can even declare, Swamiji, by this date, I want to break through in this. Actually make that as a very strong sankalpa in the same powerful space. You will see Swamiji will really manifest it for you. With this said, day after tomorrow, we have the Paramashivoham program starting. And I see many of you who very consistently attend the program, like Ma Susan, Ma Virupaksha, Ma Yoga Malar, and we have many of you like this who attend Ma Shukrendrananda, Ma Ivana Gripnar, like this lot of you who are attending the program very sincerely, like literally don't even miss any session. I have a small request for all of you. This upcoming season, we are going to have a very powerful techniques that will really help people in multiple levels. I request all of you, now it's time that you take your effort for your superconscious breakthrough to the next level, your experience to the next level. I already know many of you are also enriching people and supporting people. Now use this time for day after tomorrow. Actually aim to at least cause 11 people. Actually talk to them. Do not push it aside saying, okay, yeah, I already do causing. No. Take it as a decision for you today. You will really have it as a very powerful breakthrough. For day after tomorrow, just choose any 11 people. Actually make sure that they're sincerely attending the full day program. If they tell you time as an obstacle, enrich them. Explain to them how your life has been transforming. So with this, we have come to the conclusion of today's session. And let's conclude today's day with the Purnamita. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nithyanandam.